What the hell am I actually doing? Let me start with some truth. The clear mind is an absolute weapon. A distracted mind is a liability. If you think like an overwhelmed employee, you'll stay overwhelmed. If you think like a visionary, you'll start acting like one. If you think like a leader, your behavior changes. Chase the signal and move the noise. And once all the noise is gone, you can feel again. You can think again. Your career is not a prison. Your story is not finished. If I can rewrite my story, you sure as hell can rewrite yours. Hey everyone, Kelly Siegel here, and welcome back to Harder Than Life, the show where excuses go to die, where truth gets told, and where we take your life, your leadership, and your mindset from chaos to clarity. Harder Than Life Nation, today's conversation could be a turning point in your 2026 because we're talking about something most people overlook until it's too late. A 5-day career reset, the Harder Than Life way. Not a vacation, not a spa, not a take a break and hope things magically work out reset. Nope. I'm talking about a total recalibration of your mind, your body, and your habits, your work systems, your identity, and your direction. That sounds like a lot in just 5 days. 5 pillars, 5 bold decisions. I'm going to break it down so simple, so easy. If I can do it, you guys can do it. Yes, 5 days can absolutely rewrite your entire 2026 story. So if you have the courage to do the work, let's get living and dive into it. Why you need a reset right now, not later. Let me start with some truth. Most careers don't fall apart dramatically. They erode quietly. One missed morning, one skipped workout, 1 month without a strategy, 1 quarter without KPIs, 1 time not measuring a number, 1 year without growth, whether it be personal or professional. They are one and the same. This balance, work-life balance, no longer exists, people. Not since we have these darn cell phones and the internet and AI. 1 decade of good enough ain't going to cut it. And then people wake up at 40, 50, 60 years old wondering, how the hell did I get here? How did I get stuck? How did I lose myself? I'll tell you how. You didn't pause. You didn't recalibrate. You didn't take the wheel back. You drifted and you followed the herd. So today, a 5-day reset is what and how you take your power back. And I promise you, if you listen to this episode with an open mind and an honest heart, you will finish it with clarity, hope, and ownership. Exactly what we need going into 2026. Let's dive in. Day 1. Start with the mind. The mind reset. Clarity or chaos. Day 1 is the day you stop lying to yourself. You grab a journal or a whiteboard and you ask the hard question. You ready for it? What the hell am I actually doing? Not what your job title says you're doing. Not what people on Instagram think you're doing. Not what your ego wishes you were doing. What are you really doing? It's that hard mirror moment. Most people don't have a career problem. They have a clarity problem. So day 1 is about the truth. Here you go. What's working? What's not? What drains you? What energizes you? What problems keep repeating? What excuses keep returning? Where do you know you've gotten soft? Guys, stop right there. That's the mirror moment extraordinaire. Where do you know you've gotten soft? That doesn't get you going. I don't know what will. This is the day where fog turns into focus. And it's definitely where the lies go to die, especially the ones that we secretly tell ourselves. And listen, you must do this step alone. No phone, no noise, just you with your thoughts, because you're going to get brutally honest. This is the Heart of Life Mind recalibration, because a clear mind is an absolute weapon. A foggy mind, a distracted mind, is a liability. Got it? That's day one. Ready for day two? It's the body reset. Your energy determines your opportunities. Day two is where most people misunderstand their careers. Your physical body is your number one career tool. You think you need a promotion? You think you need a certification? You think you need luck? Most of you don't need any of that. You need energy. You need stamina. You need focus. You need presence. You need resilience. And all of those things comes from building the body. So day two is simple. By the way, here's a little cheat sheet. If you're in shape, people will take you very, very seriously because they know that you're dead serious about something. You don't cheat. You're going to follow through. So your body speaks before you do. Everything speaks, but your body speaks before everything else. So day two is simple. I want you to sweat. I want you to hydrate. Eat clean. And you know me, cut out the alcohol. Trust me, it will help you. Sleep 7 to 8 hours. Walk outside. Lift something heavy. And if you listen to this podcast for more than 10 minutes, you know the body is the engine that powers your destiny. Reset it and your career levels up automatically. And remember what I say all the time. Look good, feel good, do good. So this is a big one, guys. Confidence, when you look in the mirror and you love what you're looking at, it emanates out of you and it attracts good things. So day three, the workflow reset. Your calendar is your character, and it's going to be what sets you free. Day three is where you face the chaos you've been avoiding. Calendar doesn't lie. Your email doesn't lie. It also doesn't pay you. Your task list doesn't lie. If your career feels overwhelming, I guarantee you this. You're trying to manage your life from your inbox, and that's a losing game. So day three is about creating a professional operating system. I like to call it the Siegel operating system, or SOS for short. Block time for deep work. My boy Craig Ballantyne calls it non-urgent but important tasks. These done daily will speed up any progress. Block time for your exercise, which we've talked about. Block time for strategy. Block time for creativity. And block times for meetings. And yes, those meetings need to be with your family as well, because that's just as important. And then this is a weird one that people often overlook. Block time for nothing. Yes, nothing. Your brain needs space, needs time to recharge, and it also gives you a little bit of wiggle room if something goes long or something needs to be added at the last minute. Here's a big thing. Remove anything that doesn't move you forward. Revenue generating activities, needle mover tasks. That's it. You're not too busy. You're unstructured. You have things on your calendar that aren't moving the needle forward. Get rid of them. Delete, delete, delete. Day three will fix all of your unstructuredness. Day four, the identity reset. You guys with me on this? Stop being the old you. What got you here will keep you here. And what got you here won't get you there. So day 4 is powerful, emotional, and life-changing. Because this is the day you stop trying to fix your career and you start upgrading your identity. Who are you in 2026? Not who were you in 2024 or even 2025. Not who your coworkers say you are. Not who your parents told you you should be. Who do you choose to become? Who you gonna be this year, basically? This is where I share a truth from Happier Than Life, my book, the second bestseller I wrote. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your identity and systems. If you think like an overwhelmed employee, you'll stay overwhelmed. If you think like a visionary, you'll start acting like one. If you think like a leader, your behavior changes. Career changes rarely stick unless the identity changes with them. Day 4 is when the new you is born. Guys, have you ever seen a champion win something, unexpectedly win a title, and then all of a sudden go on a run where they can't be beat? They became title of champion. They believed it. We've all heard this before. I'll believe it when I see it. A lot of times we always refer to this negative way. I have ADHD, so I'm distracted. That's who I am. That's my identity. You keep saying that. Just turn it on its head. So I have ADHD, so therefore I can focus better. Or I identify as a non-drinker. I'm not sober. I just don't drink. That's it. I am a non-drinker. I am a leader. I get shit done. So it's all about your identity. Day 5, the execution reset, where hope, which is not a strategy, actually becomes a plan. Day 5 is the most important day because this is where most people fail. You with me? You do all the journaling, do all the reflecting, they do all the planning, the dreaming, and then they go right back to their old habits. Why did I even start? Day 5 is where you build the plan you'll execute for the next 90 days. Not 90 bullets, not 90 goals, not 90 dreams. No, you pick one North Star for the first quarter of 2026 and 3 needle moving actions. That's it. That's where clarity becomes momentum. This is where hope becomes ownership. This is where 2026 becomes your story again. Guys, this is literally, if you guys have ever followed the Traction books, Gino Wickman's books, Traction, EOS, Entrepreneurial Operating System, I just basically outlined it with you with a little bit of mindset around it. 90-day rocks. Set an important rock, crush it, and compound them over 4 quarters. The reason this 5-day reset works, because it will remove the noise. I said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Chase the signal, remove the noise. And once all the noise is gone, which includes cell phones, drinking with friends, drama, gossip. Once all that noise is gone, you can feel again. You can think again. You can choose again. You can get honest again. And most important, you can get aligned again. Or perhaps it's for the first time of all this stuff. Either way, start now. This reset will work because it forces you to slow down long enough to see. You're not actually stuck. You're simply disconnected. And in 5 short days, I just showed you how to reconnect to yourself, to your goals, to your power, to your future. And your future self will thank you and me for it. Harder Than Life Nation, if you take nothing else from this episode, take this. Your career is not a prison. Your story is not finished. Your future is not determined. You are one decision, one action, one choice away from an entirely different 2026 in life. It won't be from luck. It won't be from a miracle. not a new boss. It's not a raise. It won't be from an opportunity handed to you. A decision, your choice. You choose the reset. You choose to take back control. You choose to stop drifting. You choose to own your story. It's hope and accountability. That's the Harder Than Life way. And if you ever forget what you're capable of, just remember where I came from and where I am now. If I can rewrite my story, you sure as hell can rewrite yours. If you don't do it for you, do it for me. If this episode lit you up, if it gave you clarity, if it gave you hope, if it gave you ownership, please rate and review the show. It takes 10 seconds and helps us grow the Harder Than Life Nation more than you know. Share this episode with someone who needs a reset. Someone stuck, someone overwhelmed. We know a lot like that. Someone who forgot how powerful they are. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at kelly.siegel.71. I post every day to keep your mind sharp, your body strong, and your mission alive. Harder Than Life Nation, 2026 will not happen to you. It will happen because of you. So until next time, stay focused, stay disciplined, stay grateful, stay harder than life, and it'll lead you to be happier than life. Please rate and share this podcast. I'm active on all social platforms and love to hear from my Siegel supporters. Each and every episode is sponsored by my company, National Technology Management, the easiest and best IT company to do business with, delivering peace of mind with technology every day, even simplifying cybersecurity. Visit trustntm.com for more info. Until next week, be harder than life.